Ow!
One take, one.
Here, put this down.
Okay, well, obviously you spent a lot of time on your stage act. It's a pretty dynamic stage act. Alex, can you tell us a little bit about how that developed?
By playing 5 hours a night, 5 days a week at different bars and clubs, sweating it out and so-called paying your dues.
Yeah.
We used to play about 5 hours of really hard, grinding rock and roll. No slow songs at all. And it just it carried on over to our original music.
Now, Michael, music's always changing. There's been a lot of changes in music all over the world, especially in the last sort of like 2 years. And you know, in some cases, it looked as if rock and roll and that grinding stuff was sort of going to be sort of perhaps sort of fall back, and then there was a new wave and that. And yet, the hard grinding rock and roll has really come out in the last, say, 6 or 7 months. I mean, did it worry you as a group that with all this changing going on?
Oh no, it's, you know, everybody's got it a little of it, you know, in themselves, and it's, you know, we just
you know,
that's how we feel. You know.
Now,
The 60s are over, so are the 70s. We're the new thing.
and you all went to school or something like that?
Yeah, well, we were all going to different schools and living in generally the same area of California. None of us are from California. That's how come we don't sound like the Eagles.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to get discovered, and LA is a good place to do it. You know, there's a lot of music, a lot of rock bands, a lot of everything going on in Los Angeles.
Right now, I must ask you were just saying that in California there are a lot of rock bands. How did you finally get a recording contract and break through into, you know, into the big time?
We got discovered. The president of Warner Brothers came down and saw us playing in a bar one night. We were playing for free, and he came with our producer, Ted Templeman, who else does he produce?
Oh, a variety of artists.
Doobie Brothers, Little Feat.
Right.
And they said, we want to sign you.
Is it hard to break through, like for any group that just forms?
Not if you're good.
No. Good one, Edwin.
You gotta have faith in yourself, you know. It's
You
hard.
gotta keep at it. A lot of people get together, you know, and they change members every other week. You know, they go, oh, who are they this time, you know?
Right.
You gotta stick together and just keep working.
We've seen on the film clip, especially if You Really Got Me, that it's a pretty dynamic sort of light show on that. I mean, is that like it is on stage?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, even better now because we have more lights. We're making more money now.
Right.
But as a supporting act, you're kind of limited to the lighting that you can use.
Yeah.
But you know, as we, you know, keep going and the headline
Stage show
gets bigger and bigger.
Right now, being, as I say, a relatively new show and having sort of a lot of sort of dynamics and sort of colour in on stage, it's your first trip to, say, Europe and England. What has the reaction been like towards you?
You scared the birds away.
Everybody used to tell me that in England, the audiences are much more subdued, you know, they just sit there and then they clap at the end. They're crazier here than in the States.
Now tell me, you must take some form of pet pills or something.
No.
You don't seem to stop, mate.
It's natural.
It's natural energy. It's natural, it's for real, you know? We're not acting. When we walk on stage, that's what we want to do.
Really? Right now, you're heading down for Japan, and then you have to go back to the States. Any chance of you, or any thought about you coming down to Australia?
We'd like to.
Yeah.
We've talked about it. It's, you know, it's a question of time and money. We've been on the road since February, and we'll be on the road until at least the middle of October.
1999.
So this is, you know, this is a longer tour as it is already than anybody else is really doing. So we'll hit Australia for sure eventually.
Right now, getting just back to the album, you obviously do a lot of rock and roll.
Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen, thanks for being on the show.
Oh, thank
you. Thank you very much.
And play more of that good rock and roll because it is good.
Okay.
And we hope to see you down in Australia soon.
Great.
Thank
Here's
you.
to Australia.
Okay,
First of all, welcome to Australia, welcome to Countdown.
Thank you very much.
And
Hi there.
There we go.
congratulations on the single. What a single.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I've got to ask you this, a hard decision to come up with the first single with the new Van Halen?
Definitely.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Was it hard?
Yeah, I mean, like, everyone is going to was going to look at the new Van Halen single, obviously with Sammy as lead singer. Was it hard to sort of find that song?
First of all, this is not the new Van Halen. This is the real Van Halen. The songs and the music. Hey, can you puff it up, please, a little bit here? Thank you, my dear. We have such a wealth of material that, as a matter of fact, we chose the songs for this new LP from out of about 50 songs that were available. And we ourselves had a hard time picking out which ones that we think should be on it, much less picking out which single it should be.
Yeah, it was tough. To me personally, this isn't the strongest cut on the record. Right. That's the only.
Well, I mean, I've only heard the single.
No, I disagree. It's a very strong cut.
Oh yeah,
It's a strong cut, but it's not. It's kind of like this is the prelim.
We pretty much let the people at the record company that had the responsibility of making sure it was a hit. we let them pick the one they wanted, because it's like, it's really true. Every song on the album, like Al said, there was so much to choose from. Every song on the album we loved. And it was like they could have released anything and I would have been happy, and I'm sure the rest of the band would have been happy. So that's the one a lot of people wanted, and we said it's okay with us, because, you know, we stand behind anything. It's like we're nothing to be ashamed of, you know.
Well, I mean, no escaping the fact that if you took, for instance, out of any group, well, let's say if you took Mick Jagger out of the Rolling Stones, would there be a Rolling Stones, right? Now, with David Lee Roth going from Van Halen, people were asking, would there be another Van Halen? For another singer, come songwriter, that is such a name of two majors coming together as yourself and the rest of the boys.
Oh, now we're the rest of the boys.
Girls.
Wait a minute.
I call them girls.
Hey, what is this?
No. When you've got two majors coming together, that's a pretty big thing, you know? And there's a lot of reputations at stake there, you know, with the four of you.
With the Stones, what?
Van Halen is a lifestyle.
Concentrate, will you? Don't light that cigarette.
I think it's more like.
Yes, absolutely.
Van Halen is not just music; it's a lifestyle, and it's something that we've dedicated our lives to. And aside from the fact that I think that Ed is a fantastic guitarist and probably one of the greats that ever lived on this earth, and aside from the fact that Sammy have the utmost respect for, as far as vocally and as a human being. I'm kicked out the room. And I like Mike also, and I kind of like myself.
Al's most humble self.
Right, exactly. The connection between the four of us, even though we have diverse interests and musical tastes, when it comes together, it's like this. It's A1, number one. And if questions bother me a lot. You said if this, if that. Well,
no, I'm saying because there were ifs in the essence of, will this work, you know?
Well, I was saying, like, if you get up 5 minutes later out of your bed, you're going to get a ticket. When you
but I mean, you can't escape the fact that the critics look at it that way.
Sure.
You know? However, to hit with a song like you've done with the first single just dispels anything the moment you first hear the chords. I mean, like, the way it goes, you know? I'm serious about it.
That's exactly what point I was going to make, is that because it worked, then there's no ifs anymore to us. The rest of the world doesn't know because they haven't heard it yet, but when they do, they'll know that it worked. If it wouldn't have worked, I wouldn't have done it. These guys wouldn't have wanted me. You know, I would have came down and we tried it.
His ass out right away, you know, if it didn't work.
Acid mule? Acid mule. As in mule, okay. So that's the way, you can really define that whole thing. And also, if you want to make a comparison about Mick Jagger leaving the Stones, it wasn't like Mick Jagger, because Mick Jagger is a very integral part of that band as far as songwriting and creativity and everything goes. If you want a comparison, it'd be more like if Bill Wyman left.
Yeah. All right, I'll take it a step further.
You'll never get a serious answer.
Well, I'm asking for one. No, we'll picture it this way. I come across from London. The single's only just been released, so I hadn't heard it down in Australia. I'm playing it today. I've got to interview you tonight. And I'm thinking, shit, you know, what if I don't like this bloody single? What if it, you know, to hear it for the first time and you think...
This would be a pretty short interview, huh?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a sensational single. I would go as far as to say it's one of the best things I think that Van Halen's ever done, you know? And it's going to be a big one. I mean, with all the songs you came up with and recording them, at your studio, were there many songs that were thrown out from the album? I mean,
there were a few.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say thrown out. It was just there are only so many minutes you can put on a record. And we chose what we felt. We chose what we felt was the best.
Right.
And the rest of the stuff can always be rehashed, so to speak, and like it's tossing a salad. You know, you come up with something different next record.
Okay.
You don't add the avocado this time, you add it next time.
In case no one in Australia gets what Al's talking about, I don't either. Okay.
None of us do. That's okay.
So when do you understand?
That's why I play. That's why
we don't.
That's why I play drums.
This is the most simple interview I've ever done in my entire life.
You're not allowed to smoke cigarettes on TV, so I guess you can't say goddamn shit fuck, right?
No, you can't.
Oh,
Right. Right.
This isn't farming, is it?
No. The thing is
It might as well be.
we don't need all that equipment and all the lighting, at least to the extremes, to convey the feeling of our rock and roll in our heart and the music, and to bring it to the people. We can do it with half, say, what we're carrying in the States.
We can do it with twice as much as anyone else has ever used.
We can do it in our boxer shorts, even though I don't wear boxer shorts.
Yeah.
We can
Don't worry,
We can do it in our BVDs.
Okay.
Let's put it out.
At that Madison Square Garden.
You wear BVDs? Hey, wait.
You wear BVDs?
He wears BVDs.
Your thing here, Al, his tag says...
It says kick me on it.
Thanks.
Right.
See, these are my friends. You know what my enemies are like?
So you can tell, so we all get along great.
Right, being the singer you are, right, and the fact that I see at Madison Square Gardens, David Lee Roth talk to an audience for literally, your ex-lead singer, talk to an audience for about 20 minutes without a music note being played. Is it now going to be back to sort of like song after song? I mean, like, is that what we can expect now?
Well, first of all...
No, I've talked 20 minutes before myself.
Yeah, but at least at least you got something interesting to say.
It may be 20, maybe a half hour now.
I always wing it when I talk. I go for the moment. If something triggers me to talk, and keep talking, and I'll keep talking. But I would have to say that this band, we're really more interested in being more music than more comedy. Or
Can I like?
Put it on my ass, quick. I'm a pigeon.
Let's go.
Oh,
Yes,
Ron.
boss.
With the album itself, you confidently say that this is just one taste of what the album's going to be like. What is the album like, and how many songs are on the album?
It's round, it's got a hole in the middle, and it's packaged.
Alex, can you be
cellophane.
sensible? I'm asking a sensible bloody
But
question.
don't ask a bloody drummer.
Right.
There's 9 songs.
Nine
Yeah?
songs.
And
They're all about 10 minutes long.
Yeah, it's hard to say exactly what the tunes,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, everything's different. There's
Yeah.
something there for everybody, basically, but it's all rocking, you know. It's all got a vibe.
It's all Van Halen.
Right. If I asked you how many singles do you think are off that album, how many would you say?
4 or 5.
Yeah?
I say 5.
Actually, we don't deal in singles.
Yeah, but
I
just
think-
answer the man's
No, but I'm
question. What do you
asking
say?
you-
Well, all right.
How
It's-
many tracks?
10, 9?
Okay, well,
What do you
it's a
think?
philosophy that we've always
Anyway,
thought that we
Just
want
like
to make a
good
complete
songs, period.
Yeah, right.
Singles, just
record.
singles, you know.
Right.
And to make singles and make it like the Monkees having, okay,
Yeah,
here's
yeah,
number
sure.
1 single, number 2 single, number 3 single, etc. Forget it. It just
Right.
does. That's not.
No, we didn't
what
try
we're
to do
after.
No.
that. But I think there are 5 songs on there that will get a lot of airplay
Right.
because they're
Yeah.
great songs. Not because they're singles, and not because they're just
But they're all
great
using your
songs.
voice.
They're all very different.
No, no.
Oh.
Right.
See?
About to go.
you learned
About to go on tour, right? How long is the set going to be? Do you think?
About 2 hours, 2
Yeah?
and a half. Depends.
It's pretty long right now.
Depends if he takes a 20-minute rap break, you know.
Yeah, we've not mentioned that.
Just plenty of time for me to go do a drum solo somewhere else in the gig next door.
It's between 2 and 2.5 hours. It really depends. There's a lot of spontaneity that, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone has room to do whatever they want to do at some time or other,
Right.
and if everybody takes their time and gets into it that night, it'll probably be about 2.5 hours.
Can I ask you one thing? Do you do any of your old stuff on stage?
Yeah,
Or will
a
you
few.
do?
Yeah.
A little bit old Van Halen, a little bit of
I
old
would not.
Simon.
Okay, first of all, I would not call it old stuff.
No.
It's good music, and when the time is
Alex,
appropriate.
you're disagreeing with me.
It's not old
Yeah,
stuff.
with Alex Van Halen.
Okay, will you do some of your former material, Alex?
Yes. Previous
Sammy and previous
That's a better way to put it.
Yeah.
Right.
Previously recorded
And
music.
take my
How's
word
that?
for it, no matter how you phrase it, he will say that is his way it
Right,
is.
I know. All I can say is thanks for doing the interview. We really sincerely would love you to come down to
Hey,
Australia.
throw a shrimp on the bobby. We'll be there.
Can you be serious about this for a minute? I mean, like Australia, you've got one of the greatest fans ever.
What do you want to know?
Well, Will Van Halen tour Australia.
Tour straight?
Tour Australia.
I'm never straight, so I don't know. What? Oh, Australia.
No.
Of course we will.
When?
I don't know, but we will.
You've got some great fans then.
Yeah?
Yes.
Then how come we don't sell more records there?
We should do.
Well, maybe we will now.
Jump was number one. I mean, what do you want?
Well, I mean, you can't help but make that number one. You know, what the hell?
The album sells.
All right, we'll be there on the second Tuesday of next week. How's that?
A little bit?
No, I'm joking. God damn it, I can't tell you that right now. We just found out. Hey. Is this guy with you?
Yes. That's what we're filming for. Yes, go on.
Hey, wait, hold it down. This is Sammy Hagar?
I know Sammy.
Our new singer? Oh. This
My
guy,
eyes still open.
Hey, this is Van Halen Mark II.
Right, do you want to tour Australia, Sammy?
Hey, I want to tour anywhere because that's all I like to do is play live music.
Focus in on
I'm one of them kind of guys. No, wait, we don't do that in America. No. You can't kiss another man in America. People will think you're like people like David. No, wait a minute. People like Boy George.
Oh, no. Oh, come on, Sammy.
None of this.
Oh. No, seriously, are you going to tour Australia or not? No, there was a promise last year.
It's a possibility, you know.
Oh, this is my wife. Let's fix this guy up. There we go. Yes, sir.
Say yes. Yes. Right, say one other thing. No, say, hi, this is Eddie, and we wish Australia a very happy Christmas.
This is Eddie Van Halen, man. It's Merry Christmas. Christmas.
You do it once, great.
Merry Christmas.
To Australia.
Okay, I want to say Merry Christmas to Australia. We thank you people down under are right because, you know, you cook big, giant shrimps on the barbecue. We like that.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, you know what? I like AC/DC. Oh, you guys don't like them anymore? Oh, they're over in Australia. I didn't know.
What do you want?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Okay.
This is Sammy.
Okay.
This is Eddie, and we love Australia, even though we haven't been there.
And we love to say Merry Christmas to Australia from the Red Rocker and the Real Rocker.
What more do you want?
I know one.